So I've been on YouTube now for officially 1 year, and I thought it might be helpful for some of you out there to share how much I made during this time. I know there's a lot of bigger YouTubers out there with millions of subscribers and they're making millions of dollars a year, but personally, when I'm starting my journey, I like to see what people who are earlier on in the process are making, just so you can get a better gauge on what's actually achievable. So I don't want to waste too much of your time. I'm just gonna get right into the numbers now. So here we are in YouTube Studio. If you already have a YouTube channel, you'll be familiar with what this is. This is really the back-end analytics of everything about your channel, where you can see all of your views, subscribers, and AdSense revenue. So if you just go to lifetime here, you'll see that I made a total of $894.63 in the full year that I've been on YouTube. So this might not sound a lot for a year's work, but I've actually only been monetized for the last 3 months. So if I show you guys here, I started this channel back on January 17th, and I actually didn't make any money all the way until October 18th. And that's because when you join YouTube, Google doesn't give you money right away. You need to become a YouTube partner first. And to do that, there's 2 criteria. 1, you need to get 1,000 subscribers, and 2, you need 4,000 hours of watch time. So as you can see, it took me about 10 months to get to that point. I maybe could have got there if I was more consistent with my channel. As you can see here, I took like 2 really big breaks in between all these videos. But yeah, I think this is actually typical for a lot of channels. It takes a long time before you can get monetized. But yeah, if you break down that $894 by how much I've made each month I've been monetized, I actually think it's not bad money at all. Like you'll see here in October, I made $121. November was $348. December was $258. And January, it's only January 12th right now, and I've made $165. Another thing that's interesting about looking at this data is that the amount of money you make is not solely based on views. Like if you're looking here at my top performing videos, you'll see it pretty clearly here. For example, my most profitable video was the Etsy called me about my SEO one. It made $166 and it only got around 5,000 views. Whereas if you look at my Etsy ad video, it made $160 but had 16,000 views. So you can see here that it's really not based on views. It's based on something called CPM. If you look here, CPM stands for cost per meal, which is pretty much how much advertisers pay to put an ad in front of your video. So if you see here, this one has a CPM of $54, this one's $60, and this one was only $19. And I really don't know why it varies so much. I'm not gonna pretend to be an expert on this stuff. Most of my focus has been trying to learn how to make better videos, not so much how to analyze these numbers. But yeah, that's something to think about. There could be people out there who don't get many views, but they could be making like a decent amount of money, and vice versa. But AdSense is not the only way YouTubers make money. A lot of them also use something called affiliate marketing. So if you don't know what affiliate marketing is, pretty much what it is companies using affiliates, or in this case, YouTubers, to promote their products for them. So I signed up for Amazon's associate program, which I think is the biggest affiliate marketing program in the world. And what this allowed me to do is just to share what products I'm using for my sticker shop. And if you guys use my special link and you buy something, I get a small kickback from Amazon. And I think it's a really good way for YouTubers to make extra money because it doesn't hurt your viewers in any way. Like they're still getting the same price from Amazon, and it just helps them support your channel if they want to. Just to be clear, all the affiliate links that I share are things that I personally use and personally recommend. So it's not like I'm going out of my way to try to get as much affiliate money as possible. But with that being said, I'm gonna show you how much I made off of this program right now. So I think I started sharing affiliate links back in July or August. And you can see here that for Amazon Canada, I earned $21.10. And for Amazon US, I earned $158.52, which I think is really good because if you think about the amount of work that I'm doing to get this amount, it's very little. All I'm doing is just sharing links on my YouTube description, and it's almost $200. That's not much work at all for the amount of money that is. But yeah, if we add up the total of the Amazon affiliate links and the YouTube AdSense, we get a grand total of $1,073.26, which I think is really good, especially when you take into account that most of this money has been earned in the last 3 months. So yeah, that's how much I made. And to be honest, I'm pretty surprised with that amount. I guess I had this misconception that only big YouTubers were making money. Like you had to have 100,000 subscribers or more to be making any kind of significant money from YouTube. But as you can see, like I only have 4,000 subscribers and $300 a month, that's significant money. Obviously, I'm not quitting my job and going full-time on YouTube with $300 a month. But if you're able to do YouTube on the side of whatever you're doing, I know that an extra $300 a month can help a lot of people out there. And the best thing about YouTube is that there's always room to grow. And if I'm able to keep making videos that are helpful to you guys, Like I can see my channel growing to maybe 30,000 or 40,000 subscribers. And if the revenue scales with it, that $300 a month becomes $3,000 a month, which is actually really good. So yeah, not only the big YouTubers can make money. You can start small and make a small amount of money and eventually try to grow it. But if you're familiar with my channel, you'll know that I also have a sticker shop on Etsy that makes a lot more than what I do on YouTube. So a lot of people have been asking me why I'm doing YouTube in the first place. And to be honest, thinking about it business-wise, there's actually a lot of things that I like more about YouTube than Etsy. The first one is that it's super scalable. If you've been following my past videos about Etsy, you'll know that I'm having a hard time scaling my business. As my store grows, I have to learn how to dispatch more and more orders in an efficient way. And there's a lot of challenges with that. You might have to learn about commercial printing machines or commercial cutting machines, and maybe even hiring people to help you dispatch these orders. But with YouTube, you don't need any of that. If you're making videos like I am, it's really the same amount of work no matter how many people are watching. And in the beginning, it might not seem efficient, but if you're able to build a larger audience, it's really attractive to know that the amount of work that I have to do per video is never gonna go up. The second thing that I like about YouTube more than Etsy is that it's somewhat passive. So making videos is definitely not passive. Actually, it takes a lot of work to make a YouTube video. But after you make the video and after it's on the internet, the videos continue to make you money without having to do anything. I'll just show you guys on the computer here. So you can see here with this video, I uploaded it back in October and it made me around $9 on the first day. And as you can see, like as the days go on, it's still making me a small amount of money every day, like between $1 to $3. And that might not seem like much in the grand scheme of things, but the more videos that you make and the more people are watching your videos, like that's going to add up. So yeah, when people talk about passive income, I think a lot of people have the misconception that you're not doing any work at all. But what I think passive income is decoupling the amount of money that you're making with the amount of time you're spending on it. And these YouTube videos are a really good way to show that. Like if you look at the big YouTubers, they're spending X amount of hours on a YouTube video, but how much that they make from that video doesn't depend on how much time they spend, which is really important if you're trying to scale a business and you're trying to like make money while you sleep. But yeah, a lot of people ask me why I do both YouTube and Etsy, and I really don't have an answer except why not. I feel like these days especially, everyone's always trying to pit things against each other, like Etsy shop or YouTube, Pepsi or Coke, Miyagi-Do or Cobra Kai. That one's easy, Eagle Fang all day. But yeah, sometimes the answer is both. One of my goals for the next 10 years of my life is to become financially free. I've been following a lot of people on the same journey and a lot of people that have made it. And from what I've seen, a lot of people actually achieve financial freedom with multiple streams of income. For example, according to this article that I read, self-made millionaires today don't actually get there by having a single high-paying job. What they do is actually work to build multiple streams of income. So yeah, according to the survey, 65% of self-made millionaires had 3 streams of income, 45% of them had 4 streams of income, and 30% of them had 5 or more streams of income. And I think that's really important to know, and it really makes sense because if you think about it, having multiple streams of income makes you less reliant on a single one. If you have multiple streams of income and one of them starts to do poorly or you lose one, like the other ones can kind of pick up the slack. Whereas if your only income is your full-time job and you happen to lose your job through layoffs or the company goes under or whatever, like that's gonna lead to a really stressful time in your life. But yeah, ever since the pandemic, I don't really know what started it. I've kind of had this hobby of building as many streams of income as I can. And throughout this past year, with everything happening, I think the main realization that I had is that opportunity is out there if you open your mind to it. When I was growing up, I was pretty much given the blueprint for life, which is you go to school, you get into university, you get a job, and then you work until you're 65 and then you retire, right? But there's really so much more that you can do these days. Like there's really so many more options out there. I remember this news article going around where it asks kids what they want to be when they grow up, and it turns out most of them want to be YouTubers or vloggers. And there's a whole bunch of people who are scoffing at the idea, thinking it was the worst thing ever. But I think what's actually happening, since these kids are growing up in a world where internet has always existed for them, they're seeing options that we aren't seeing. They're seeing people who are making a living off of YouTube or off of Instagram or even TikTok, and they're seeing that it's actually possible. And yeah, it's true that the world has changed, but you can either be mad at it and think it's the worst thing ever, or you can actually adapt. Like if my kids come to me and tell me they want to be a YouTuber, I'm gonna be like, that's great. What niche are you gonna be in? Like it's clear to me that being a YouTuber is a legit profession now. Like you can make a really good living off of being a YouTuber. But yeah, if there's anything the pandemic taught me, it's how fast years can pass by. But it's also shown me how much you can actually achieve in a year. So yeah, just start doing things, starting new projects. You never know what's gonna work out. Anyways, if you like this video, you might like my last week's video where I went through how much I made selling stickers on Etsy in the 1.5 years I've been doing it. Spoiler alert, it's a lot more than I made off of YouTube. If you're interested, I'll leave a link right over here. But yeah, that's it for the video, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I hope it was useful, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.